Hey everyone, Caront here, and since we are a couple of months away from Extra Life Day 2016, I wanted to take a short moment to tell you guys more about Extra Life, more about the Children's Miracle Network, and more about what I'm going to be doing with them and how you guys can help out. Extra Life is an organization based around the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Extra Life brings gamers together on specifically November 5th, which is Extra Life Day, but really pretty much any day you want to, and has them do basically charity gaming marathons to raise money for local CMN hospitals. The Children's Miracle Network is a series of hospitals around the United States that have helped out millions of children with anything from basic illnesses, basic diseases, all the way to cancer treatments and more serious illnesses that can affect children more prominently than any other group. I am proud to be working with them. I am going to be doing this as my first charity effort, in essence, for, well, pretty much ever in terms of me being a Let's Player and a gamer. And I hope that you guys can help me out with that. Now, if you're not familiar with the Children's Miracle Network and with its fundraising efforts, Extra Life has actually raised over $22 million in the last 8 years for the Children's Miracle Network. That's good, obviously. And I have no problems and no reservations raising money for them because the Children's Miracle Network is a 4-star charity out of 4 on the Watchdog site Charity Navigator. It is a site that I use to basically to double check and to vet the charities that I give my time and money to. And I've done so with the Children's Miracle Network, and it has come out pretty much with flying colors. So I am proud to be working with them, and I have no reservations working for them and raising money for these guys. Now, the hospital for which I'm going to be raising money is the Columbus Midtown Medical Center in Columbus, Georgia. It is about 30 minutes or so away from where I live, and they have a children's hospital within the Midtown Medical Center that serves kids pretty much throughout the Chattahoochee Valley area, including Columbus and the surrounding environs in Georgia, as well as several counties in Alabama, including mine, Lee County. The work that they do there helps kids really throughout the region, pretty much just about everywhere from Auburn to close to Atlanta. And so their efforts are very wide, very broad in terms of geography. They help out a lot of kids regardless of income, regardless of social class or upkeep or status or what have you. And that I think is very important because the kids that need that medical treatment don't have any sort of barrier, don't have any sort of race barriers or class barriers. They are no respecters, these diseases of race or gender or age or class or amount of money that the parents have or what have you. So these kids really, in my mind, need all the help we can give them, and I am glad to be helping out with that. Now, how am I going to be doing this, you might ask? Well, I am going to be on November 5th, on Extra Life Day, I am going to be doing a charity stream pretty much the entirety of the day. I'm going to be starting at 8 a.m. my time, Central Time. For those of you on the Pacific Coast, it's going to be about 6 a.m. Those of you on the East Coast, it's 9 a.m. Those of you who are watching perhaps from overseas, it's about 2 p.m. GMT, I believe. So if you're watching from Europe, then it's likely going to begin probably mid-afternoon to early evening. And I am going to be doing a full playthrough of Super Mario RPG, getting as close to 100% as I can, because I don't know about getting the super suit, but I will try to do pretty much everything else. It is obviously going to take a good bit of time. I expect it's probably going to be between 12 and 18 hours, at least from what I've been able to pencil together as far as times to complete the game and such. As I mentioned, I am going to be trying to get as close to 100% as I can so that obviously we can enjoy the experience as much as possible. Yes, that includes getting a lazy shell. Yes, that includes fighting Kulex. All the good stuff that you have from Super Mario RPG, I will be trying to do all of it. And yes, that also involves racing with Yoshi because why not? I mean, that's just fun. So I'm going to be doing that. And I am, at least in terms of my goal is to raise at least $100 for the hospital. It is the first goal, basically the lowest goal that you can get or choose, I suppose. And I figured it's a good place to start. Hopefully, ideally, we'll do better than that. But I I don't want to pressure anybody to do anything that they can't do. I would like for you guys obviously to come by and watch, keep me company because I will need it. I also, if possible, would like you guys to help donate. You can donate in a few ways. Extra Life accepts all major, at least American credit cards, Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express. If you happen to be overseas and you have a card that is Visa or MasterCard or what have you, you can use that. You can also donate by PayPal. And I've seen some of the folks in my chat say that they are going to do that, so thank you. PayPal, if you don't have an American brand credit card, is probably the best way to do it because obviously PayPal's online. PayPal is, pretty darn secure. They take extra cautious steps to make sure that they are. And so it is a reliable way to do so as well. I am going to be listing the site, basically my donation site in the description of the video so that you guys will be able to go to it. As I mentioned, donating is ultimately up to you. If you want to, I would appreciate it, of course. If you're not able to, if you don't have the money to, don't worry about it. Don't feel pressured or obligated. If you just want to come in and keep me company and give a little bit of time to help me be able to get through the whole thing, then that's fine. If you're not able to give money, I'm okay with that because, well, I mean, I know what it's like to be broke myself. So anything you're able to give, time, money, both, is perfectly acceptable. I appreciate any and all of it. Okay, I think that is pretty much all I wanted to say in regards to that. It is, as I mentioned, November 5th. It is going to be pretty much all day that day. So whether you are Pacific Coast, East Coast, Europe, I even got some folks watching from Australia and that neck of the woods, you should have a time where you can come in and watch me. So I don't see it being too much of a problem as far as people being able to pop in and out. It is, of course, going to be over on Twitch at twitch.tv/CarontLPS. If you've not yet followed to get notifications when it goes live, of course, feel free to go ahead and do so that you'll know on November 5th when I go live. Ideally, I will be able to do the whole thing uninterrupted with no blips or breaks or anything like that, but obviously that's up to technology, up to weather, and that sort of thing. But at any rate, I think that is pretty much everything. Hopefully you guys will be able to join me for this. I am really looking forward to it. I have been thinking about what I want to do in terms of, I mean, obviously I figured out the game itself, but I've been thinking about stuff I want to do in terms of the way I want to do parts of the game. I've been thinking about going through and playing through so that I can make sure that I get 100%. I've been thinking about doing stuff in terms of getting art ready for the game, for maybe for the video or for the Twitch videos so that you guys can see the game, you guys can see me, you guys can see donation totals and all that good stuff. So I don't know, I've had a lot of stuff running around in my brain ever since I decided I wanted to do this several months ago. Also, one other thing before I go. I wanted to give a little bit of an impromptu shout out to Stephen George, to Stephen Plays, Stephen Vlog, now Mal Makes as well over on YouTube, and I will list their channels as well because it is actually Stephen Plays who inspired me to do this because I watched his Extra Life stream, or part of it anyway, last year and was enraptured enough by the idea that I decided I wanted to do it for myself. So yeah, pretty much my motivation to do this comes from him and his channel. So I wanted to go ahead and acknowledge that because without that, obviously, I wouldn't be doing this. Okay, now I know I'm done. But thank you guys for watching, for listening. Of course, thank you guys for watching and listening all the time to the videos and the streams and all that good stuff. But hopefully, you guys will be able to come along and to watch this, to be able, hopefully, to donate to help that out. And I hope with all of us together, we can do something really great. So, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see y'all later.